Hello. Check. Hello. Check, check. Check. Hello. Check, check. Check. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Check. Hello. Check, check. Hello. Hello.
Om Amriteshwariyai Nama. With humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each of you joining us today for the Shishyopanayanam at Amrita School of Ayurveda. This is a day of great significance as we gather to induct new undergraduate and postgraduate students into the revered tradition of Ayurveda. The Sanskrit term Shishyopanayanam represents the sacred initiation for students beginning their journey in formal course of study. This tradition, upheld in classical Ayurvedic texts such as Charaka Samhita, Susruta Samhita, Ashtanga Hridaya, symbolizes a commitment to the pursuit of wisdom in the divine science of health, Ayurveda. The goal is to cultivate a balanced life regimen, safeguarding health and curing diseases. Our institution harmonizes traditional learning with modern educational practices. The Shishyopanayanam is being conducted every year with the blessings of our Honorable Chancellor, Sadguru Srimata Amritanandamayi Devi, our beloved Amma. I am happy to welcome all the newly admitted undergraduate and postgraduate students who are fortunate to be the chosen ones who got the privilege to study in this institution under the love and blessings of Amma. Warm welcome to each of you to this auspicious occasion. Let us begin the program with a prayer. I welcome Dr. Amrita Raj and Dr. Amrita Suresh for the prayer.
Sikta Sotim अशेषहस्ताय सर्वामय विनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्री महाविष्णवे नमः।
Now, I would like to direct your attention to a traditional welcome dance, Punya Nama Swarajadi. This rendition, composed by Swami Narayana Tirtha in Sanskrit, celebrate the virtues of chanting and praising the names of gods. The composer praises Lord Rama, Krishna and Narayana, collectively encompassing the three forms into one. It is set in Raga Bilahari and Aditala. I welcome Agalya K, Aparna B. Dambudiri, Sanjana, Varsha Raghunathan and Ashwati, UG scholars of Amrita School of Ayurveda, for the performance, symbolizing our heartfelt appreciation for your presence and support and to set the tone for a memorable event. Welcome.
Gapada sa sa ni da pa magare hare sa ni da sa. Gapada sa sa ni da pa magare hare sa ni da sa. Gapada sa sa ni da pa magare hare sa ni da sa. Gapada sa sa ni da pa magare hare sa ni da sa. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Sari Gapa Magapada Gari Sasa Nisa da pa magare. Sari Gapa Magapada Gari Sasa Nisa da pa magare. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Kamam miha snatavyam sarvotama prayage. Kamam miha snatavyam sarvotama prayage. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Kamam miha snatavyam sarvotama prayage. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Kamam miha snatavyam sarvotama prayage. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Rama Krishna Govindeti Nama Samprayoge. Papa magari sare gapa gapa da da pa magari gapa da da pa da sa ni da pa da sa nagari sa ni da pa magari कृष्णनामयामुने रामनाम गङ्गया मिलित कृष्णनामयामुने गोविन्दनाम सरस्वती प्रथिते राम 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 कृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे राम नाम गङ्गया मिलित कृष्ण नाम यामुने गोविन्द नाम सरस्वती प्रथिते राम 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 कृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे पद दद गद पद द पद सरि रे ग पद सरि द सरि ग प मगरि सनि र प मगरि राम कृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे राम कृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे योगी मानस परमहंस कुलकलिते योगी मानस परमहंस कुलकलिते वागीश विष्णुरुद्रादिविगलहरि ललिते रामकृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे रामकृष्ण गोविन्देति संप्रयोगे योगी मानस परमहंस कुलकलिते वागीश विष्णुरुद्रादिविगलहरि ललिते रामकृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे रामकृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे रामकृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे रामकृष्ण गोविन्देति नाम संप्रयोगे
Thank you, dears, for the vibrant and spirited welcome dance. Let me introduce the esteemed dignitaries gracing today's ceremony. We have Sampuja Swamiji Shankaramritananda Puri, Dean of Amrita School of Ayurveda. Our chief guest, Dr. T.D. Srikumar, Director of Ayurveda Medical Education, Kerala. Professor U. Krishnakumar, Director and Dean, Amrita School of Arts and Science, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Kochi. Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya, Principal, Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, Amritapuri. Brahmachari Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya, Chairperson of Corporate and Industry Relations, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Amritapuri. Dr. P. Ram Manohar, Research Director, Amrita School of Ayurveda. Dr. Ramesh N.V., Principal in Charge, Amrita School of Ayurveda. Dr. Priya S., Professor and Head, Department of Dravyaguna Vijnana, Amrita School of Ayurveda. I humbly request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly take their seats on the dais. Thank you. To formally begin our program, we have Dr. Ramesh N.V. He currently serves as the Principal in Charge and Professor in the Department of Rasashastra and Bhaishijya Kalpana, Amrita School of Ayurveda. Dr. Ramesh is a recognized PhD and PG guide and UG and PG examiner of several institutions with more than 25 years of professional experience. With all respect, I welcome Dr. Ramesh sir to deliver the welcome address and give a brief introduction to the college. Sir, please.
वागर्थाविव संप्रक्तौ वागर्थ प्रतिपत्तये जगत पितरौ वंदे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ. My humble pranams the lotus feet of Amma. My humble pranams to all the dignitaries on the dais. My humble pranams to all the faculties, students, parents and the new inductees of both UG and PG. Today is an auspicious day for all the new students who are entering School of Ayurveda. And to some extent it's a special day for us also. It's not a routine induction ceremony. And we do have some special things correlated with today. As all of you know, the School of Ayurveda was started in 2004 and of course, successfully we have completed 20 years and post-graduation course was started in 2013 and again we have completed 11 years of post-graduation. And this year we are fortunate to add 2 more departments to the post-graduation section, Kaumarabhriti as well as Roganidana. So freshly we are inviting those 2 batches also along with the 9 other batches of PG students. And also this auditorium which was closed for some administrative and constructive purposes has been revamped and we are inaugurating today a refurbished auditorium. Actually everything has been changed from the direction of state to all the setup. It's also a moment. And generally as we say, a program well begun is half done. And your program, UG and PG program, we had a very auspicious beginning today. You might be knowing today is a very special day, Utthana Dwadashi, where after the Deepavali festival, today is the day where Lord Vishnu will be worshipped in the Tulasi plant, the only day in a year where Vishnu is worshipped in a Tulasi plant. And there are a lot of stories, as today is the day where Vishnu marries Tulasi. And symbolically, it's a god represented in a plant, and that too in a Tulasi plant. And we, being in the field of Ayurveda, we can see the god in the coming down to the earth in the Tulasi plant on the day of Uttana Dwadashi. We are all inviting you to be a part of a science which basically, starts with the studying of plant, treating the universe with the plants. So, an auspicious beginning, we started with Dhanvantari Homam, you might have observed. And it's not a general Dhanvantari Homam which has been done like in every place. We offer a specific 108 drugs mentioned for Lord Dhanvantari, and offering it to the fire and the fumes coming out of it, taking it in the early morning hours, it itself gives a positive vibe. Along with that, we are entering into a phase of education where the learning is for the life. It's not for living. During counseling, I think we told few people, there are two types of education: education for living and education for life. Education for living, you get into a college, get a degree, come out, get into a job and earn money and live. Whereas education for life is something much more than that. How an individual can contribute to a society, how you can, contribute to the well-being of individuals. And that's what Ayurveda means. It's people who are entering PG already knows. Students who are coming to do BAMS, it's called as a science of life. It's not a science of medicine. You need to understand what is good for life, and that's what the beginning. And to study, we also you have seen the Adhidevate, or the god of education, is Saraswati. You have seen the worshipping of Saraswati also, and the blessed thread has been tied to your wrist, and you have been accepted as a disciples of Ayurvedic science. And that was an auspicious beginning we had. And the NCISM of late, it says that the students who come to undergraduate or postgraduate, suddenly we are not supposed to start classes itself. There should be a transitional curriculum. And the PG transitional curriculum is called as Samskara, named by them. And I think you know what is Samskara. Samskara is a transformation of gunas, gunantardhanam ichchede. So, you will be bestowed with a lot of qualities so that you can become a better individual, learn Shastra and serve the society. And for that purpose, we had a beautiful auspicious function in the morning, and extending it, we are into a formal function where it's also important to take blessings from learned people who are, always going to be a well-wisher for you. So, we are into the official function now, formal function now, and it's my responsibility to invite all of you to the function. First of all, I invite our Dean, Director, Swami Shankaramritanandapuri, who is always there to bless us in all our activities since the inception of the Ayurveda College. I humbly invite you, Swami, for the function. We have a towering personality, Dr. T.D. Sri Kumar, and I don't think Keralites needs an introduction regarding sir, and we have people from all over India. And Sri Kumar sir is, when you look at officially, he is an Ayurveda doctor. He has done his post-graduation, not in one, two subjects. And he has worked at a different position in the government of Kerala services. Now he is the director of Ayurveda medical education. And that's only for the official thing. What makes her special for us is the way he took the science into his life and inspired people who are in the field of Ayurveda to live a better life. And he will be given an introduction later on, and once he speaks, you will be able to understand the words of wisdom from Sir. And we are very fortunate to have Sir for today's function. He was really busy, held up with lot of activities. As you know, being a director, it's really difficult to make a time. He wholeheartedly agreed to be here. He wanted to be with us today to share his thoughts with a future generation of Ayurveda. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for today's function. Professor Krishna Kumar, sir is a Dean and Director of Amrita School of Arts and Humanities at our Kochi campus. You know, when you look, sir, from outside, he just looks like any ordinary individual. And when you go through his, biodata only, you will be able to understand the value. He is an IITian, and he doesn't look like that. And the best example, what we got inspired from our Amma's words like education for living and education for life is the example of Krishna Kumar sir. Being so simple, and even I have seen him, the way he was working during the period of COVID. He used to inspire all the kids over there. I think we had a very beautiful, you cannot call it as a kitchen garden. The whole campus was filled with flowers and vegetables, which was grown as a part of self-sustainability. Wherever you get a time, talk to sir for 10 minutes, you get an insight into the life. We are very fortunate to have him in our university, and we are fortunate to have sir today also. Even with his busy schedule, sir reached here yesterday quite late, even at this age. When Swamiji invited him, he was readily agreed to be here, share his thought with us, and I wholeheartedly welcome sir for today's function. And Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya, sir, is a part and parcel of our activities. All our faculty, students knows, a principal of spiritual and cultural studies of School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies in Amritapuri campus. Sir is also, very closely associated with Ayurveda, being a principal of that school. There is a lot of commonness between Ayurveda and School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies. There is a part of almost all the activities of Ayurveda. We are very fortunate to have sir, so that we can hear few insights into the science from him. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for the function. Brahmachari Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya, he is a chairperson of Corporate and Industrial Relationship, Amrita University, and its simple designation. Swamiji was, part of Ayurveda from day one. He was into all, whenever we had an issue, trouble, sir was there. Not only as a spiritual leader, he is also as an administrator, he is also as a compassionate leader. He groomed many of us into our position, what we are now. Closely associated with Ayurveda for more than 20 years. Today he is here to, tell us about, few aspects of Amrita University. I wholeheartedly welcome you, Swamiji, for today's function. And Dr. Ram Manohar, of course, is a part of School of Ayurveda. We have a center called as Achara Amrita Center for Advanced Research in Ayurveda. He was a part of it, and of course I am not supposed to take it into a casual thing to invite him, and people who are already in the Ayurveda field knows about Dr. Ram Manohar. He is one of the esteemed person in the field of research in Ayurveda. If I want to tell in a single sentence, he is a person who has nominated to the WHO as a representative of Ayurveda. Forget about what is happening in India. And you will be, for another 3 years you are going to be with him. We are very fortunate to have him in our own campus as a director. You will be with him, he will be guiding us through the process of research, publication, etc. And many universities will have to wait for months together to get in an appointment to give a speech, and we are fortunate enough to hear him whenever we want. And today, even with his busy schedule, he has agreed to be a part of this function. I wholeheartedly invite you, sir. And Dr. Priya is Professor and HOD of Dravyaguna Department. Madam will be giving a vote of thanks. It's a part of an Ayurveda from past more than 12 years, a part of Amrita from more than 12 years. I wholeheartedly welcome you, madam. And I also welcome all the faculties, all the ashramites, and all the awardees who are going to be felicitated today, and all the parents to this function. And something special, we have, first time we are having an induction program for UG and PG together. Every year it used to be two different. This time it is together. And as you know, we have 60 UG admission and 46 PG admission. And because of AACCC, the admissions have been through the Ayush portal. We do have students from all over India. And I am proud to say that we have students from 7 different states in postgraduate, and we have students from 11 different states for undergraduates. So even we have a student from states like Chhattisgarh, and last year even we had students from Northeast. We have students from Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari. It's just like a mini India, and we have a mixture of all culture at one place. And it's a challenge as well as a privilege to have people from different places here. It's a difficult phase for you to get adjusted to the local culture, local weather, as well as for us to tune you and groove you into a single, focused channel of learning. And I think for the postgraduates it's another 3 years, for undergraduates another 5.5 years. A journey with lot of challenges. But from past 3 years with my experience, I can say that even though it was a challenge, the results are, becoming more sweeter and sweeter. Even we are expanding our horizons, and even students are trying to expand horizons. I was astonished to see this year when we celebrated Onam, the outsiders have more enthusiastic to celebrate the Onam rather than Malayali students. It sends a message of, mixture of all the culture and enjoying together. We celebrated Onam according to the Kerala tradition. We celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi according to the Maharashtra tradition. And we celebrated Navaratri into the mixture of both Tamil Nadu and Andhra tradition. And hopefully, with the addition of students from different states, the future, another 3 years or 5.5 years are going to be a celebration of the whole Indian culture. I once again wholeheartedly all the kids and grown-up students of both UG and PG to this occasion, and let us celebrate the life for another 3 or 5.5 years. Thank you once again. Namaskar.
Thank you, Ramesh sir. It is a matter of great pleasure and honor for me to welcome Ramesh sir also to this function. Welcome, sir. As we proceed, we have Brahmachari Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya, who is the Chairman, Corporate and Industry Relations Department, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Amritapuri Campus. After completing management education, he spent 10 years in the corporate sector. His last assignment was as senior consultant with Tata Consultancy Services in its Mumbai office. He joined Amma's Ashram as a full-time resident in 2002 and has been associated with Amrita University since its inception in 2003. With deepest respect, let me welcome Brahmachari Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya Swami to provide us with an introduction to the university. Welcome, Swami.
Namaskar. Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My prostrations at the lotus feet of Amma. My regards and respects to all the distinguished guests here, seated here on the dais, dear faculty members, staff members, parents, and dear students. Welcome all of you to the Amrita School of Ayurveda in Amrita campus. As Ramesh rightly said, it's an important day for all our new students here. They come here with a lot of anticipation, a lot of expectation from all over the country. I always wonder what brings students from all the way from Kashmir to Northeast to Gujarat to this little village in the far-flung, almost non-recuperated Kerala. So so my role is primarily to introduce the university, but the question remains, typically when we are all raised in cities, metros, what is the attractive element in Amrita that has brought all of you, that has helped all to make a choice to join the Amrita University? So this village, which is called the Amritapuri, which is known of late, is where Amma was born. Okay, why Amma? Amma is the chancellor of the university. The university is the outcome of the vision of Amma. So it's very important for all of you to know what you have signed up for. When you sign up to do your medical education at Amrita, it's very important for you to be familiar with Amma's outlook towards education. Because this university is trying to fulfill Amma's aspirations, Amma's vision for humanity by providing meaningful education to students. When I told you Amma was born here, Amma is only third standard literate. And it may be very helpful for all of you to be familiar with Amma's life, because that will, many of you probably are already devotees or who have been coming to Amma or heard about Amma, but some of you may not be, because Amma's life will give you an insight into the university also. Whatever we do here is a fulfillment of what Amma wishes for all of you. So what is the expectation Amma might have for you? Because it is exemplified in her life, it is in her own, embodied in her life, the kind of struggles, the kind of, the way life has met Amma and how one after other, Amma has conquered the challenges of life. And today, Amritapuri is probably one of the most known centers of, pilgrimage for the whole world. What is it that the world gets attracted to Amma? So if you know that, what does she represent? Amma represents the ancient wisdom of Bharat. Okay, primarily seeing the unity of existence. Okay. But because the two words that signify Amma is love and service. Okay? Because it's not enough to be born as a human being. It's also important to become one. The process of becoming a human being, biologically we are all born human. But are we human beings? Today, what is the real problem of society to the world? Even though we are all human beings, hardly our conduct and character hardly demonstrates our humanity. So Amma is helping us to connect with ourselves, help us to see the purpose and meaning of life, and thereby really make our life very, very meaningful, very purposeful. And that is what is being lost today. Even though the modern day education doesn't give us that. What does modern day education make us? It makes us money-making machines. Okay? We are trained to make money, more and more money. And finally, for what? One day we will leave everything behind for somebody else to enjoy. And that pattern has been that is the way society is formed today. And Amma is helping us to see beyond that. This life is beautiful. Understand the beauty of life and learn and get an education that will help you to express the beauty of life. So it's a deep, it's philosophical, but if you ask me what is the contribution of Bharat to the world, it is to see the unity of existence. It is the Vasudeva Kudumbagam. It is the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavandu. And that has to be translated into our thoughts, our actions, and what we do. And that education has to enable us to do that. So if you can imbibe this philosophy, and that is what Ramesh right is the education for life, to help us in all that we do. It is not enough to be doctors, is it not? We have so many doctors around, but many times we don't want to go near them, because they do sometimes more harm than good to the world. To be doctors, to be compassionate doctors, to be doctors who care and serve, it requires a deeper understanding of what my life is, what is purpose, and Amma is enabling that. Okay, not only in the medical profession, but across every spectrum of activity in human society, right from kindergarten to the civil service. Amma has institutions which will train the tomorrow's professionals to do the right thing. And Amrita has this foundational, fundamental message to our students and to the world at large. And the second dimension, so once you have a deeper understanding of love that unites all of us, then naturally, it is not the love that we have for relations, for our friends. It is to see the oneness in the whole of existence. When you connect with that idea, we will be able to selflessly serve. Of course, we definitely professional fees, I'm not saying that is not there. What I'm trying to say is the relationship that we have with the whole world will be transformed when we buy into the underlying philosophy. That will really make us a doctor that will help us to serve society. So in that absence, we will only be interested only in taking care of ourselves. So love, and once that love and the true understanding of love is available, we are naturally capable of serving. And that service, love and service has to be the foundation of a medical education. So education for life will make you a good human being. On the foundation of a good human being, if you acquire a medical knowledge, which is the education for living, okay, what it is, then we are able to contribute to society. Our life become a genuine contribution to society, and that is what Amrita University expects our students. And 20 plus years, Amrita University has been around. We started as 2-3 campuses. Today we are 9 campuses in all. We have almost 26,000 students in all our campuses together. We have so many disciplines, practically every discipline you can name: engineering, medicine, biotechnology, management, probably, practically everything, I would say. Is available under the umbrella of Amrita University. We are today ranked in the top 7 as per the NIRF ranking. And Amrita is a research university. Our fundamental focus is to focus on research and produce knowledge for the world of tomorrow. Because a university is not something, not only what we teach based on the previous knowledge, but you have to create new knowledge for tomorrow, and Amrita is in the forefront of that. And all of you, when you join Amrita University, this understanding, and within the short time, Amrita has already gone to the front ranks, okay, of all the universities in the country, and we believe that is only possible because we have a deeper message. And also, even not only in the philosophy, but also in terms of the output we give is of excellence. Without excellence, education has no meaning today. So even in the professional area that you've taken up, to be an excellent doctor, to be an excellent professional, has to be combined with your ability to be a good human being. That will really make our education perfect. So that is what Amrita University should represent for all of you. And indeed, I think your parents can be proud that they put you here in Amrita, so that with the 5 plus years of education here for your undergraduate study can be the most meaningful, can be the most transformative. And finally, what they expect, the parents expect from you when you complete your education, it is not the pride that I'm a doctor. It is the parents want to see us as children, loving and caring. Okay, even in our own times of difficulty, children should be of great support to us. So that attitude, that respect for the elders, and Today we don't see that, education makes people move away from all that is valuable in life. So it should bring you closer to your people, to your family, to everyone who cares and love you. So may this education provide you that, so that it becomes a source of happiness both for you, for your family, and for society at large. Praying to Amma for Amma's blessings that all of you are successful in this pursuit. Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha.
Thank you, Swami, for sharing the vision of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham and for instilling in us a deeper sense of purpose and pride for being a part of this institution. Without the unwavering support and inspiration of our guiding force, Sampujya Swamiji Shankaramritananda Puri, this program would not be possible. Swami Shankaramritananda Puri is a disciple of Sadguru Sri Mata Amritanandamayi Devi. He joined Mata Amritanandamayi Mad in 1991. Swamiji is an Ayurvedic physician by profession with a postgraduate qualification in Kaya Chikitsa. He currently serves as the Dean of Amrita School of Ayurveda. It is with great pleasure and reverence that I welcome Swamiji Shankaramritananda Puri to deliver the presidential address. Swami, please.
Om Avidyanamantastamiram Hiradvipanagari Jadanam Chaitanyastabakamakarandasruti Daridranam Chintamani Gunanika Janma Jaladho Nimagnanam Damshram Raripuvarahasya Bhavati Bhavanitvam Dase Mayi Vitradrishtim Sukarunam Itistotum Vanchan Katayati Bhavanitvam Itiyaham Tadevatvam Tasmai Dishasi Nijasa Ijjapadavim Mukunda Brahmendra Sputam Kutanira Jitapadam. Om Amriteshwariyai Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma. My pranams to all the respectable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and all the students who are gathered over here, and the parents who are gathered over here. Generally, when you attend a formal function, it makes me very anxious. So, you get nervous before you start speaking. But this audience are not new to me, and I have spoken to all the students and parents gathered over here and the teachers many times. I will share an experience from my own life. Long back, 30, maybe 35 years back, I tried to move in the path of spirituality, and I could not, I failed many times. So I felt very frustrated and depressed because I have dedicated some time to tread over this path and I could not succeed. I failed many times. So once I got so frustrated that, and I went to Amma, and there was no time actually. There is a little bit of time given to me, given to devotees at that point of time. So I could not tell my whole story, where I went wrong, where I started, where I am, where I study. Nothing. I have not given any introduction to Amma. So I got frustrated and depressed. So I thought I will express myself. And I said, I want to become good, nothing else, not the money or position or anything else. So I just expressed myself that I want to become good. Generally, Amma, she tells my son, dear son, like that, and then she sends me. So I expected that she will not answer. But surprisingly, to my surprise, for the first time, she spoke for a very long time. She said, you will become good. But you have to try. You have to try to live the ideals. Otherwise, it's not possible. So Amma was giving a lot of examples and It's telling the example of swimming, that you cannot swim on the floor and learn swimming. You have to dive into the water. So it made me think, actually. So Amma was telling that, you try, you make an attempt, I will help you. And Amma said, 50% you try, I will give you 50%. I thought at that point of time I was not confident enough. I thought I will not be able to do that. So I started getting up and try to move away. But she again caught me. You try 20%. Then in the end she came to 10%. That means you try 10% and 90% is given by the grace of God. I didn't understand that at that point of time. Now I understand. Similarly, my teacher used to tell me, Dr. Musad, many times it was difficult for me to learn Ashtanga Hridaya and texts. So I will go with a panic face and go to him. He will say, don't worry about studies. Even if you don't study, I don't mind. You chant Lalita Sahasanam. Everything else will become all right. I could not understand. I am going with a problem that I am not able to study, but he is telling me not to study, but go to a temple. So later on, now I realize that how important it is to have a culture, to have an ideology, to face the challenge of life, whatever happens. So it is told in Bhagavad Gita also, that later on I realized, where there is Lord Krishna and where there is Arjuna, there is success, there is glory. Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama, it is told in Bhagavad Gita. Last verse it is, in fact. So generally we conclude with the highest or the deepest point. So Bhagavan, Lord Krishna concludes the Bhagavad Gita by saying that where there is Lord Krishna, where there is Arjuna, where there is self-effort, where there is divine grace, there will be sure success. So I don't hesitate to say that even if you don't study, I don't mind, I don't bother at all. Even if you fail, it's okay. The parents come and tell me, my daughter has failed, the son has failed. It's okay. But if you keep your culture, to keep your intentions, to keep your ideology, to keep your mind in the lotus feet of Lord, is the only formula that will help you to succeed in life. Because today's life is not simply earning money and living in a flat. There are so many challenges. So many challenges. New challenges have come. This destruction of the purity of mind through the videos, social medias, over importance to film people, cinema celebrities, cricket players. Don't think that I am against sports. I am for that. Over importance to politics, over importance to entertainment. You cannot even watch more than 5 minutes any subject. So these are all weakening our minds. So it's not enough if you just get a technical knowledge from Amrita. It is necessary that everyone, now every one of you, 100% of you, must be trained in spirituality also. Not as a part-time, but a deeper understanding about life, a deeper understanding about the greatness. Today I was so thrilled to hear the Krishna Gana Tarangini from Narayana Tirtha. Maybe 90% of you may not know him. But he has written more than 400 songs in Sanskrit about the Krishna Leelas. Krishna Leela Tarangini it is called. He is very popular. He is now popular only in Karnataka, not in Tamil Nadu. But I was so happy that the new building, new construction has happened, and it started with Krishna Leela Tarangini of the great Narayana Tirtha. So I am happy to note that. So many things have been told to you, all the information, infrastructure, many things have been told to you. But the software also has to be very correct. It's not enough if you get a good hardware. The mind also has to be trained properly. It is not possible without effort. It is very impossible. Even to get a training in the physical body is somewhat easy. You can do it with physiotherapy. But to train the mind is very, very difficult. That is the greatest opportunity that you have got here. You have got a great living person, one of the rarest persons who have ever incarnated. So I think I wish to draw your attention towards the comprehensive aspects. All the aspects are to be thought about life, for which you have the greatest opportunity here. We are here to help you. We have got very good infrastructure and facilities, no doubt about that. We have got many good teachers also, but inspirers also are there that we should not miss in your life. I wish and pray that Amma blesses you all with a glorious future. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you for inspiring us to uphold the essence of Ayurveda in our lives and practice. Now, let us turn our attention to a video that explores the ethics and etiquette every medical student should be mindful of in their professional journey.
Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. Upanayana is one among the samskara that marks the acceptance of a student by a teacher. It signifies the start of a new phase of life in an individual being introduced into a disciplined way of life for seeking knowledge. This initiation of the teaching-learning process is set on an auspicious day. Following the Mahasankalpa as Agni Sakshi, in the presence of Sreshta Vaidya and other dignitaries, the students are rendered shlokas for chanting, which are taken from Charaka Samhita Vimanasthana. The aspirants follow the chanting of the conduct for being a virtuous student. This narrative is taken from Charaka Samhita Vimanasthana Roga Bhishakjiriyam Vimana, where Adhyapana Vidhi is one among the Trividha Jnana Upaya. Also, upon the completion of the tenure of the learning process, a graduate is advised certain conducts to be followed to be a noble Vaidya. So, now let's listen to the words from Charaka Samhita.
Atha enam agnisakashe brahmanasakashe bhishaksakashe cha anushishyat brahmacharina shmashrudharina satyavadina amamsadena medhyasevina nirmatsarena ashastradharina cha bhavitavyam. Satyat dharmat kushalat bhutyai swadhyaya pravachanabhyam cha na pramaditavyam. Matra pitrajarya atithayaha devaha iva manayitavyaha. Brahmanebhyaha shraddhaya shriya hriya bhiya samvidacha sarvam deyam. Ashraddhaya na kinchit api deyam. Yadi karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat tatra brahmanaha sammarshinaha yatha te tatra varteran tatha तत्र वर्तेदाः न च मद्वचनात् किञ्चित् अकार्यं स्यात् अन्यत्र राजद्विष्टात् प्राणहरात् विपुलाद् अधर्म्यात् अनर्थसंप्रयुक्ताद् वा अपि अर्थात् मद अर्पणेन मत्प्रधानेन मद अधीनेन मत्प्रियहित अनुवर्तिना च शश्वत् भवितव्यम् पुत्रवत् दासवत् अर्तिवत् च उपचरता अनुवर्तव्यो अहम् अनुत्सेकेन अवहितेन अनन्यमनसा विनीतेन अवेक्ष्य आवेक्ष्यकारिणा अनसूयकेन च अभ्यनुज्ञातेन प्रविचरितव्यम् अविज्ञातेन प्रविचरिता पूर्वं गुरुवर्त उपाहरणे यथाशक्ति प्रयतितव्यम् सर्वात्मना च आदुराणाम् आरोग्याय प्रयतितव्यम् जीवितहेतोरपि च आदुरेभ्यो न अभिद्रोग्धव्यम् मनसा अपि च परस्त्रियो न अभिगमनीयाः तथा सर्वम् एव अपरस्वं निभृतवेषपरिच्छतेन भवितव्यम् अशौण्डेन अपापेन अपापसहायेन च श्लक्ष्ण शुक्ल धर्म्य शर्म्य धन्य सत्यहितमितवचसा देशकाल विचारिणा स्मृतिमता ज्ञान उत्तान उपकरण संपत्सु नित्यं यज्ञवता च भवितव्यम् सुसंवीतेन अवाक्षिरसा मनसा सर्वम् आचरता स्मृतिमता अस्तिमितेन अवेक्ष्य आवेक्ष्य सम्यक् अनुप्रवेष्टव्यम् अनुप्रविश्य च वाङ् मनो बुद्धि इन्द्रियाणि न क्वचित् प्रणिधातव्यानि अन्यत्र आतुरात् आतुर उपकारार्थात् आतुरगतेषु अन्येषु वा भवनेषु न च आतुरकुलप्रवृत्तयो बहिर्निश्चारितव्याः एते आदेशाः एते उपदेशाः एतत् आयुर्वेद अनुशासनम् एवम् उपासितव्यम्.
During the period of study, I shall lead a life of self-control and discipline. I shall submit myself to my Guru and live for the welfare and happiness of my Guru.
My actions shall be guarded, service-oriented and free from indiscipline and envy. In my dealings, I shall be patient, obedient, humble, constantly contemplative and calm. I shall aim my full efforts and ability towards the desired goal of my Guru.
As a physician, in order to gain success, fame and gain money, I shall always use my knowledge for the welfare of living mankind.
I shall always be ready to help patients even when I am extremely busy or tired.
I shall not harm any patient for the sake of money or selfish gain, nor shall I entertain a desire for other women or men or wealth.
My dress ought to be decent, yet impressive, and personality in confidence inspiring. I shall always use pleasant, appropriate, truthful, beneficial, and polite words, and using my past experience, I shall act keeping in mind the time and the place.
I shall constantly endeavor to accomplish the newest development of knowledge. When examining a patient, my discretion, attention, and senses should be concentrated on cure of disease. I shall not make propaganda about the confidential matters regarding the patient or his family. Though an authority on my subject, I shall not display my knowledge and skill egoistically, as by it, even mere ones may feel insulted.
At the outset, let's all imbibe these principles and bring them into practice. Om Namah Shivaya.
We are deeply honored to have with us today our chief guest, Dr. T.D. Srikumar, Director of Ayurveda Medical Education, Kerala. Dr. T.D. Srikumar completed BAMS from Coimbatore Ayurveda College in Gurukula tradition. He pursued his post-graduation in Rasa Shastra from Kerala University. In 1996, he entered in government service as drug controller, ASU State Licensing Authority. He also served as principal in Government Ayurveda College Trivandrum and as principal Government Ayurveda College Tripunithura for 3 years. He is the first president of Kerala State Medical Council, a role he held since 2021. He is also the University Senate member and Council member of Kerala University of Health Sciences. A respected mentor, he has guided numerous postgraduate students. Currently, he holds the esteemed position of Director of Ayurveda Medical Education since May 2023. With immense respect, I welcome Dr. T.D. Srikumar sir to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Respected Swamiji, my dear friend Dr. Ram Manohar, and dignitaries on the dais, faculties, and dear students, parents, everyone. I am attending the first function here in Amrita College, and I feel extremely honored by inviting me and giving me an opportunity here to speak in front of you, especially on this auspicious day. As you know, Upanayana means the student, Acharya, his inner sight. He is guiding the student. That is the real meaning of Upanayana. And even the Shishya is known as Dvijan because he has two births. The first birth as human being and the second one through Acharya's Garbhadharana. He acquires knowledge and again getting another knowledge, gaining birth. That is why Shishya is also known as Dvija. Because even as Swamiji told, I am also just going back to my past histories because I in Coimbatore Ayurveda College in 1980s and myself, Dr. Ram Manohar and Swamiji, we were the inmates of that institution and in a very serene atmosphere we studied, but during that time I was the first person selected for Ayurveda in my family tradition. So I don't know anything about Ayurveda. And I have seen many Vaidyas keeping some Arishta bottles in shops and selling it. And even evening hours, some local people used to consume little amount of Arishta. I have seen that. My picture was totally different. And I started worrying. And whenever I enjoy Onam vacation or any other Christmas vacation, I used to cry and I scold my parents, you spoiled my life, I have no other way. And my parents were also very much worried that time. But after the first 2 years, that is, we studied in 7.5 years pre-Ayurveda, including pre-Ayurveda course. So after the consecutive 2 years, I started learning the principles of Ayurveda because my father told, anyway, you have to spend your years until you finish this course. So you better make use of your time so that you can understand well about Ayurveda. And gradually I started learning Ayurveda, shlokas especially, and reading in between lines, the inner meanings contained in that shloka, which created some great interest in me. And even our masters also, Krishan Moose master, such acharyas, they taught us very well, and we could digest Ayurvedic principle. And later, when I joined in service, I became a teacher. I used to inspire my students because here the situation is totally different. I was prepared for an inspirational speech, but in this audience, I think it is not necessary. How many Malayali students are here? Please raise your hand. Okay. So, for you, I'll give you a speech in Malayalam, pure Malayalam, because I just want to convey some situation, scenario in our state. Especially the Ayurvedic education in Kerala state. I'll convey that in Malayalam. And later, I started teaching my students, inspiring my students, and I could see the same face, desperated face in them. I used to call one by one, and I used to advise them. I was also a victim of that in past, but I could overcome that, and I advised the method how you should overcome all these things. Later, the students are getting many interest, and I could see the difference in their face. So this was the situation. But in Kerala, the situation is a bit different. That I will speak in Malayalam. കേരളത്തിൽ നമ്മുടെ ആയുർവേദ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം കഴിഞ്ഞ് വരുന്ന ഡോക്ടർമാരെ അവർക്ക് അവരുടെ പാരൻസ് പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇയർ ചേർക്കാൻ വരുമ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് ഇതൊരു ജോലി സാധ്യതയുള്ള കോഴ്സാണോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ഇതിന് കിട്ടാൻ പോകുന്നത്, എൻ്റെ കുട്ടിയെ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ഇവിടെ ചേർത്താൽ അവൻ്റെ ഭാവി അവളുടെ ഭാവി ഇരുളടഞ്ഞു പോകുമോ എന്നൊക്കെയുള്ള ഒരുപാട് ആശങ്കയോട് കൂടിയാണ് ഒരുപാട് പാരൻസ് വരുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ നമ്മുടെ NCISMൻ്റെ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഈ ഇൻഡക്ഷൻ പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ ആ കുട്ടികളെ 15 ദിവസം കൊണ്ട് ഒന്ന് ട്രെയിൻ ചെയ്തെടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു രീതി അത് വളരെ നല്ലതായിട്ട് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. പക്ഷെ അതിനു മുന്നേ ഒരു BAMS ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റിന് കേരളത്തിൽ എന്തെല്ലാം സാധ്യതകളാണുള്ളതെന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ അറിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത് നല്ലതാണ്. നമുക്കറിയാം MBBS കഴിഞ്ഞ് ജോലിയില്ലാതെ ഇന്നിപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ ഒരുപാട് പേരുണ്ട്. പണ്ട് കാലത്ത് MBBS കഴിഞ്ഞവരെ കിട്ടാനില്ലായിരുന്നു. എൻ്റെ വൈഫ് MBBS ആലപ്പുഴ മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൽ നിന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞതാണ്. ആ ഒരു സമയത്ത് ഞാൻ സർവീസിൽ കയറുന്ന സമയത്ത് അസിസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് സർജൻ്റെ പോസ്റ്റിലേക്ക് അവർ കോൾ ഫോർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ജസ്റ്റ് വാക്ക് ഇൻ ഇൻ്റർവ്യൂ ആണ്, പെർമനൻറ്റ് ജോബ്. പക്ഷേ ഇത് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ വൈഫിനോട് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ അന്ന് അവളുടെ അഹങ്കാരം എന്നോട് ഗർജിച്ചത് ആർക്ക് വേണം സർക്കാർ ജോലി എന്നാണ്. പക്ഷേ ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ MBBSകാർ ചൈനയിലും ഫിലിപ്പീൻസിലും മറ്റ് റഷ്യയിലും ഒക്കെ പഠിച്ചിട്ട് ജോലിയില്ലാത്തൊരവസ്ഥ അവരിലുണ്ട്. സെയിം വേ നമ്മുടെ കുട്ടികളും അതേ രീതിയിൽ തന്നെ ചിന്തിക്കുന്നവരാണ്. പക്ഷേ എനിക്ക് നിങ്ങളോട് പറയാനുള്ളത്, നമ്മളുടെ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ കേന്ദ്ര ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ നയവും അതുപോലെ കേരള ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ നയവും വെച്ച് ആയുർവേദ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ മേഖലയിലും അതുപോലെ നാട്ടുചികിത്സാ വകുപ്പിലും ഒരുപാട് തൊഴിലവസരങ്ങളുണ്ട്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും ഒരു BAMS കഴിയുന്ന ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റിന് ഡ്രഗ് കൺട്രോൾ വിഭാഗത്തിൽ നമുക്കറിയാം ഓൾ ഇന്ത്യ ബേസിൽ ഏകദേശം 2000 ഒഴിവുകൾ ഡ്രഗ് ഇൻസ്പെക്ടർമാരുടെ ഉണ്ട്. അതിൽ കേരളത്തിലെ പോസ്റ്റ് ക്രിയേഷൻ ഇപ്പോൾ നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ആ പോസ്റ്റിലേക്കെല്ലാം സ്പെസിഫിക്കായിട്ട് PG കഴിഞ്ഞവരല്ല, BAMS കഴിഞ്ഞവരെ എടുക്കുന്നത്. PG ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഓക്കെ, അതും പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും രസശാസ്ത്രത്തിൽ PG ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അവർക്ക് ഡ്രഗ് കൺട്രോളർ വരെ ആകാം. അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവർക്ക് ഡ്രഗ് കൺട്രോളർ ആവാൻ പറ്റില്ല, പക്ഷേ ഡെപ്യൂട്ടി ഡ്രഗ് കൺട്രോളർ സ്ഥാനം വരെ അവർക്ക് എത്താൻ പറ്റും. അതുപോലെ തന്നെയാണ് മറ്റ് നാട്ടുചികിത്സാ വകുപ്പിലെ മെഡിക്കൽ ഓഫീസറായിട്ട്, അതുപോലെ PG കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഇപ്പോൾ നാഷണൽ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് എലിജിബിലിറ്റി ടെസ്റ്റ് പാസ്സായി കോഡ് കൂടി കിട്ടിയാൽ അസിസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് പ്രൊഫസറായിട്ട് സർക്കാർ സർവീസിൽ കയറാം. ഇതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ മറ്റ് ഇതര മേഖലയുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ ഡ്രഗ് കൺട്രോളറായിരുന്ന കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ എൻ്റെ ഒരു അനുഭവം ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് പങ്കുവയ്ക്കുകയാണ്. കാരണം പല ഡോക്ടർമാരെയും പല സെമിനാറിനുമൊക്കെ കാണുമ്പോൾ ഇവരൊക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒന്നും ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല എന്ന് പറയും. ഒന്നും ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഒന്നും ചെയ്യാതെ പിന്നെ എങ്ങനെ ജീവിക്കും എന്നുള്ളത് ഞാൻ ഉള്ളിൽ ആശങ്കപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ഡ്രഗ് കൺട്രോളർ പോസ്റ്റിൽ ഇരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഇവർ ആ ഡ്രഗ് കൺട്രോൾ ഓഫീസിൻ്റെ പരിസരത്തെല്ലാം ഇങ്ങനെ ഉലാത്തുനിന്ന് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ വിളിച്ച് ഞാൻ ചോദിക്കും, എന്താ ഇവിടെ എന്താ കാര്യം എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ, സാറേ എൻ്റെ ഒരു 2-3 പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ട് പേറ്റൻറ്റ്, അതൊന്ന് ലൈസൻസ് റിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി വന്നതാണ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ അപ്പോഴാണ് ഞാൻ അത്ഭുതപ്പെടുന്നത്. കാരണം ഒരു ജോലിയില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് എല്ലാ സ്റ്റേജിലും കാണാം, എല്ലാ ഫംഗ്ഷനും കാണാം, എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒന്നും ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. പക്ഷെ പിന്നീട് അവരുടെ പ്രോഡക്റ്റിൻ്റെ ആ ഒരു മന്ത്ലി റിട്ടേൺസ് എടുക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് നമ്മൾ കണ്ണു തള്ളി പോകുന്നത്. കാരണം നമ്മൾ ഏത് പോസ്റ്റിൽ സർക്കാർ സർവീസിൽ ഇരുന്നാലും നമുക്ക് പ്രതിവർഷം കിട്ടുന്ന ആ വരുമാനത്തിൻ്റെ 10 മടങ്ങാണ് ഇവർക്ക് ഓൺലൈനിലൂടെയുള്ള വരുമാനത്തിലൂടെ കിട്ടുന്നത്. അപ്പം ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് പറയുന്നത്, കേരളത്തിലാണ് നിങ്ങൾ സർവൈവ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നതെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ രസശാസ്ത്രം, വൈഷജ്യകൽപ്പന, ദ്രവ്യഗുണം നല്ല രീതിയിൽ പഠിച്ച് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് ചില ഫോർമുല ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനും അത് ക്ലിനിക്കൽ ട്രയൽ നടത്തിയിട്ട് അതുപോലെ ഒരു ലോൺ ലൈസൻസ്, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് ഫേമൊന്നും വേണ്ട, ഒരു ലോൺ ലൈസൻസ് എടുത്താൽ മതി. ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു കൺസോർഷ്യമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് അവരുമായിട്ടൊരു MOU സൈൻ ചെയ്ത് ലോൺ ലൈസൻസ് എടുത്ത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആ രീതിയിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അതിനെ മാറ്റാൻ പറ്റും. ഇത് ഒരു സാധ്യതയാണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെയാണ് ഇന്നിപ്പോൾ കേരളത്തിൽ ചരകാചാര്യൻ പറയുന്നത് പോലെ ഓരോ ചെടികളും ഓരോ പ്രദേശം അതിൻ്റെ ഹാബിറ്റാറ്റ് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ആ ഹാബിറ്റാറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് വേണം അതിനെ നമ്മൾ കളക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ. ഇന്ന് കേരളത്തിൽ അതിപ്രശസ്തനായ ഒരു ഡോക്ടറുണ്ട്, ഡോക്ടർ ദിലീപ്, ഉദയംപേരൂർ, തൃപ്പൂണിത്തുറയിലാണ്. അദ്ദേഹം ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ കുങ്കുമപ്പൂ മറ്റേ ദേവതാരം കാശ്മീരിൽ അവിടെ പോയി അവിടുത്തെ കർഷകരെ കണ്ട് അവരുടെ ഒരു കൺസോർഷ്യം അവിടെ ഉണ്ടാക്കി അവർക്ക് കുറച്ച് പൈസ ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ സഹായത്തോടൊരു പ്രോജക്റ്റാക്കി, ഗവൺമെൻറ് ഓഫ് ഇന്ത്യ ഒരുപാട് പൈസ കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, അവരെ വെച്ച് അവിടെ കൾട്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് അവരിൽ നിന്നുള്ള പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് പ്രൊക്യൂർ ചെയ്ത് അദ്ദേഹം കേരളത്തിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കും. അഫ്ഗാനിസ്ഥാനിൽ നിന്നാണ് കുങ്കുമപ്പൂ കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെ ശ്രീലങ്ക, പല രാജ്യങ്ങളിലും അദ്ദേഹം കറങ്ങി ഒരുപാട് ഗുണമേന്മയുള്ള മരുന്നുകൾ അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഫേമിൽ അദ്ദേഹം പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. അവിടെ അദ്ദേഹത്തെ കാണാൻ നമ്മുടെ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട മുൻ സ്പീക്കർ കാർത്തികേയൻ സാറെല്ലാം അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ പേഷ്യൻ്റായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ അവിടെ വരുന്ന ജനങ്ങളുടെ കാറ് പാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് അവിടെ 2-3 പറമ്പ് വേറെ പാട്ടത്തിനെടുത്ത് ഇട്ടിരിക്കുക. അത്ര ജനത്തിരക്കാണ്. ഒരു 3 ദിവസം ഇങ്ങനെ കറങ്ങും ഫ്ലൈറ്റിൽ, ബാക്കി 3-4 ദിവസം പ്രാക്ടീസ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതെല്ലാം തൊഴിൽ രംഗത്തുള്ള പല സാധ്യതകളാണ്. ആയുർവേദം പഠിച്ചിട്ട് ജോലി കൊണ്ടുവന്ന എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിൽ അർത്ഥമില്ല. ഈ ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് പറയാനുള്ളത്. I would like to know the situation in other part of India because I am facing a cross section of our country here. But I think even after learning Ayurveda, anyone? Because you are learning pure Ayurveda from here. But in your place, what kind of Ayurvedic practice is being observed by you? If anyone could answer it, it will be. Any idea about that? I could observe it. Even after learning Ayurveda, pure Ayurveda here, there they are practicing allopathy. It's a fact. Because in Kerala, we are not supposed to practice allopathy medicine, modern medicine. If at all we practice, Our opponents, IMA, will object it strongly, they will protest it, and they will create problem. And one of my colleagues also faced the same situation to attain a training in Calicut Medical College. The IMA blocked her. No, you are an Ayurvedic doctor, you are not supposed to, likewise. So IMA blocked. So last time, I attended the Goa conference, and there the National Ayush Mission, especially NCISM, invited all India College Principals Consortium meeting, gathering there. I attended that, and I discussed the same matter with a few of the principals. They said, what IMA? There is no IMA there. We are the IMA people. We are the IMA people. There is no restriction in practicing allopathy medicine. So that is the situation here and there. So you are very fortunate to secure an admission here in Amrita College, because you can learn pure Ayurveda. You can learn pure Ayurveda. After this graduation, if you go to North India for post-graduation, there you can learn pure surgery, all practices. So you will be accustomed with both tools in your hand. So with a lot of confidence, you can do something. But my only humble request, when you do something, some service to the public, please serve 70% Ayurveda and 30% as your state. This is an advice I just want to convey to you people. Because I know that we cannot change it. Even the NCISM is also inducting a lot of modern techniques and modern. Of course, modernization is essential nowadays. Ayurveda requires transformation. That's why the government of Kerala now constructing an international research institute of Ayurveda at Kannur. It's a multidisciplinary institution inducting all the courses. But here in Amrita, the Amrita authorities have all these courses in the same campus. So without any pain, you can acquire everything. You can acquire everything from here itself. That's why I told you are very fortunate. With these few words, I wish all of you all the very best, and thank you for patient hearing.
Thank you, Dr. T.D. Srikumar, sir, for honoring us with your presence and inspiring words. Your vast knowledge and dedication to advancing Ayurvedic education serve as a powerful example for all of us. Thank you, sir. Now, I welcome Dr. Ramesh Invi, Principal in Charge, Amrita School of Ayurveda, to honor Dr. T.D. Srikumar, sir, with a token of gratitude. I also request Srikumar, sir, to receive the same. Thank you, Ramesh, sir. Thank you, Srikumar, sir. Moving on to the felicitation address. First, we have Professor U. Krishna Kumar, who currently serves as the Director and Dean, Amrita School of Arts and Sciences, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Kochi campus. He took his B.Tech degree from Calicut University with rank, ME in Computer Science with distinction from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Mumbai. He has more than 40 years of academic and research experience in India and abroad. Before joining Mata Amridandamayi Mutt, he served the NSS College of Engineering, Palakkad for 10 years. He has already guided 6 PhDs and presently guiding 2 PhD scholars. He has published many research papers in peer-reviewed journals and conferences of international repute. He has also served as principal investigator of DST and ICSSR projects in cognitive science and emotional intelligence. He is a team member for scripting and visualizing award-winning WHO and ICFFK short films produced by the Department of Visual Media and Communication of Kochi campus. He gives expert talks in career counseling for high school and college students. He is a life member and patron Computer Society of India and life member Indian Society for Technical Education. With due respect, I welcome Professor Krishnakumar sir for the felicitation address. Welcome, sir.
Om Amrteshwari Namaha. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of foremost beloved Amma. My humble prostrations to Sambhuja Swami Shankaramridhanandabari. And my humble pranams to our chief guest of honor, Dr. Sri Kumar, Medical Director of Ayurveda, and my humble pranams to all esteemed dignitaries, faculty, and the parents and the newcomers of the Amrita School of Ayurveda. Let me at the outset congratulate the new students numbering around 100, about 30 postgraduate and 60 to 70 undergraduate BAMS students for having taken a very wise decision to join Amma's only Ayurveda college under the Amrita Vishwavidyapitham. This is an important milestone decision in your life for having decided to get educated here in Ayurveda. I have a very long personal relationship with our Pujaniya Swamiji and many of the senior faculty here for the last so many years. Number one, because of the ashram. Number two, because I am a patient of this great hospital. The many who are treating me here, including Swamiji, sitting here, so my experience with this School of Ayurveda is so magnanimous, marvelous. And this time, Pujaniya Swamiji, when he invited me to give felicitations in this function, the first question I asked Pujaniya Swamiji was, Swamini, how many students are joined? Then how many from outside the state of Kerala? Swamiji said, majority are outside the state of Kerala. I felt so proud, elated by that answer, which means the Amrita School of Ayurveda already having become famous among the top Ayurveda institutions in the country, is spreading its wings even to become international. Because of the deep sense of motivation what you get from the Acharya and the research taking place in the interdisciplinary realms of medicine, both in Ayurveda and the modern medicine, the depth of research what is going on here. The 5.5 years of your study here for BAMS and the 3 years of MD studies here. And somebody also told me that there are 3 more branches of specialization added this year for MD. Even during the periods of Corona attack, most of the institutions of Amrita had to switch over from the on-campus counseling for admission to online counseling. Last year in the Kochi campus, we finished the admissions and then did the online counseling, the on-site counseling. Next year, I'm going to have it on-site for the admission also. That was the practice 5 years back. I was so elated to know about it because Swamiji has seen all of you. Senior faculty have all seen all of you already. You have experienced a taste of what you are going to get from here, a hint of what you are going to get from here. And I am sure, from the point of view of your career, Amrita School of Ayurveda is going to play an important part, an important role in your life, and an important contribution to your family, yourself, your family, and the country. From the point of view of the values and the culture, as the previous speakers were telling about the education for living and education for life, Amma imparts the education for life equally well with the education for living. Education for living everywhere you can get. But education for life, what you get from here, the major focus of study here, of Ayurveda here, every year I used to attend at least one day or half a day of one of the most important events here, Hrudayamrita, and few other events whenever Swamiji is calling me here. I understand, even though I don't know anything about Ayurveda, I understand one thing. Based on the philosophical learning, the scriptural learning, by keeping the traditional learning in force, infused into the art of Ayurveda learning, you are all going to be blessed, and you are all going to be blessed by the touch, the seeing, and the Shravanam directly from a Mahatma. Amma, as Swamiji was mentioning, is one of the incarnations. You cannot imagine the incarnation of Amma and her mission of spreading the love and compassion the world over. And you are all extremely lucky children of your parents for having come here. This is one of the most beneficial things what you have been blessed with in this life. And from the point of view of facilities, as Swamiji was mentioning, This is one of the institutions providing you with most modern facilities, including the production of the Ayurveda medicines here. And the quality of medicines what are being produced here reflects the quality of knowledge, wisdom, what's being imparted here, and what you're going to get. I did not speak even 1% of the, or a minuscule of what you are going to undergo. In this context, if I frankly speak, I am a student of Pujaniya Swamiji, though I have not learned Ayurveda. Last year I had the opportunity to learn 2 scriptures online from Swamiji. I only wanted to listen to his classes and then finish off an auditing course. But I decided I will write the exam also. I asked Swamiji whether I can write the exam. He said, you write the exam. Luckily, I could score in both the scriptures 8.0 out of 10. So Swamiji became my teacher also by that. One scripture was Lalita Sahasranamam, another was Saundilya Lahari, and I had been so blessed. I am one of the luckiest students, I would say, for having listened to Swamiji for about 25 hours in both these scriptures, both these learning classes, among about 200-300 people attended to it online. So, let me ardently pray to Amma to bless all of you for a brilliant life here and a brilliant life outside and a brilliant life in future. Namaskar.
Thank you, Professor Krishnakumar sir, for your truly inspiring message. Now, I humbly request Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya Swami, Principal, Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, to honor Professor Krishnakumar with a token of gratitude. I also welcome Krishnakumar sir to receive the same. Thank you, Swami. Thank you, sir. Continuing onward, we have Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya, who currently serves as the Principal, School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Amritapuri. He has more than 30 years of experience in teaching. He completed his PhD in 1997 from Cochin University. Since then, he has continued his extensive study of Indian culture under the guidance of Amma, Sadguru, Srimata Amritanandamayi Devi. He also serves as the Associate Editor of Madhruvani, the spiritual monthly magazine of Mata Amritanandamayi Mad. His satsangs are regularly aired on Amrita TV as well. With utmost respect, let me welcome Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya ji for the felicitation address. Welcome, Swami.
नमस्ते गुरवे नित्यं सहजानन्दरूपिणे यस्य वागमृतं हन्ति विषं संसारसंज्ञकम् जगति विदितमायुर्वेदमादौ व्यथाद्यः सकलकुशलपात्रः श्रीनिधिः श्रीनिवासः सदृशदिविषदाळी पद्मिनी रश्मिमालिन्नगतिमगदया शेषधन्वन्तरे माम् प्रातर्वदामि वचसा रघुनाथनाम वाग्दोषकहारि सकलं कलुषं निहत्य यत्पार्वती स्वपतिना सह भोक्तुकामा प्रीत्या सहस्रहरिनामसमं जजापा यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम् I humbly bow down at Amma's lotus feet and my humble prostrations at Revered Swamiji Shankaramurthanandapuri's feet. And my salutations to all the dignitaries on the dais, my colleagues of the dais, newcomers, or in the new terminology, freshers, and their parents. This is a very auspicious day. And I would like to first of all congratulate the team that performed the tribute dance. It was so marvelous. And I thank the coordinators who have presented it for us, which was a real nectar to our eyes and ears. So I congratulate the dancers as well as the organizers. And I started the talk with a prayer from Sri Rama Karnamritam, which is a not so well-known work. And in that there is a verse, Pratar Vadami Vajasa Raghunatha Nama Vagdoshahari Sakalam Kalusham Nihatya. The name of Lord is to be chanted every day in the morning. It will eradicate all the kalushas of our words. And it is said that Yat Parvati Swapadina Saha Bhaktukama Pritya Sahasra Harinama Samam Jajava. Parvati once asked, she used to chant Hari Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama. So one day she was a little late. So Lord Shiva was about to take his food. And Parvati always wanted to take food with her husband Shiva, consort Shiva. So she asked, Kena Pivayena Sahasranamam Lakhu Kartum Shakyade. How can I make Sahasranama shortened? Then Lord Shiva said, Sri Rama Rama Ramedi Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanani. So that Rama Nama was presented in the beginning. And that itself indicates that your new step in your life, the fresher's life, will be fruitful. There is no doubt you all will reach heights of achievements because we all started with the most auspicious Ramanama that also presented in a dance. And that also from the famous Narayana Tirtha's Sri Krishna Lila Tarangini. This is a marvelous work and Swami Shankaranandapuri has mentioned about it. It is worth enjoying. And in the morning there was Dhanvantari Homa, Saraswati Puja. So all those things that took place here today have given a sample of what you are going to receive in your next 5 years or 3 years. Not 5, I think it is 5.5 years. So this campus, I am a regular visitor because I come here because I want to enjoy our culture, to immerse myself in spirituality. And this Amrita School of Ayurveda is a wonderful platform where we are all able to enjoy or increase our knowledge about our culture, imbibe the different features of our culture, the invaluable facets of our culture can be known from this school, from this platform. And also your topic, your subject that you are going to study for the next 5.5 years or 3 years, that itself is a part of our culture. Brahmachari Vishwanath Amrita ji has mentioned about, and almost all of the speakers mentioned about Amma's vision of education. Education for living and education for life. And I think here in Amrita School of Ayurveda, both blended together into education for life. Because Ayurveda itself is the science of life. So when we get knowledge about Ayurveda, actually we are getting education for life. And living will come together, as just before me, Dr. Sri Kumar has mentioned. The possibilities of Ayurveda are immense, infinite. We were not aware of all these things till Dr. Sri Kumar revealed all these things. This rasa, then Dravyaguna, rasa bhaishajya, then Aushadha Vijnana, all these things, they have new possibilities in the modern era. As far as I know, earlier there were not much pharmacies, Ayurvedic pharmacies. All the prescriptions were given by the Vaidya. And the patient or his relatives, his or her relatives have to make most of the medicines in their homes itself. But now the scenario has changed and almost all the medicines are available over the counter. So this opens a new door of possibility for all of you who pursue the ancient science of Ayurveda. And it is a very heartening development that Ayurveda has also adjusted itself, tuned itself to the demands of the modern society. If the old practices were strictly followed, none of us will be able to seek Ayurvedic treatment, because it is not possible in this modern day to wander in our surroundings. And the biggest irony is that there is no hard courtyard in our homes. We are all living in flats. So there is no courtyard, there are no plants in our vicinity. So how can we make all these medicines? So they are all available on our counter. So it is a new development which is very much appreciable, necessary for the changing society. So all these things make the study of Ayurveda very, very promising. There is no any danger for your profession. The education for living is also fully fulfilled through the study of Ayurveda. There is no doubt. But the education for life is what is mainly focused when all of us come to the field of Ayurveda. And here from Amrita School of Ayurveda, the competent team led by Swami Shankaramurthananda Piriji and also the research head, Dr. Ramanohar. So, and all the faculty is very competent, very apt faculty who are handling different topics here. They all will arrange all the necessary environment. They will create the environment through which the study of Ayurveda can be done very fruitfully, successfully here. So I take this opportunity, and one more thing. Every now and then there will be many cultural activities, cultural events here that will make your academic life very vibrant at this School of Ayurveda. And this is not only special for School of Ayurveda. In the main engineering, School of Engineering, School of Biotechnology, everywhere there are enough activities for students. The campus life will be very rich. But here the focus will be more on our traditional activities, traditional events, like it was mentioned, like Navaratri, then Deepavali, then all the important days like Charaka Day, Dhanvantari Day. So you all will be supplied with enough opportunities to engage yourself in many extracurricular and co-curricular activities, cultural activities. Then of course your academic activities will be taken care of with utmost care and subtlety. So the knowledge that you are going to receive from here will undoubtedly enrich your life your career, and you will all become professionally extremely successful. There is no doubt about it. And I take this opportunity to congratulate all the students who have opted Amrita School of Ayurveda for your higher studies, and as well as I appreciate the wisdom of the parents who have sent their wards to this esteemed institution, which is headed by none other than Jagat Guru, Amma, who is accepted all over the world as a living epistome or living example of all that is from India, from Bharat, spirituality, culture. Then as Vishwanath Amritaji has mentioned, Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, the concept of Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So you all will be very secure under the protection, under Amma's protection, and also your teachers' guidance and contributions will make your life fully successful, fully prosperous. And I take this opportunity to wish you all success, all fulfillments, achievements in your life. Let all your life become fruitful, and you all reached the highest position in your lives. With this, I offer my words at Amma's lotus feet. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.
Thank you, Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya Swami, for your visionary insights. To move further, it is now time to hear from Dr. P. Ram Manohar, who requires no introduction in the field of Ayurveda. He is a renowned figure actively engaged in the global promotion of Ayurveda. He is the Research Director, Amrita School of Ayurveda. With due respect, let me welcome Dr. Ram Manohar sir for the felicitation address. Welcome, sir.
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma. My pranams to all the dignitaries on the stage, off the stage, faculty, students and parents who have assembled here on this very auspicious occasion. First of all, let me heartily congratulate all the newcomers to the Amrita family. Welcome to Amrita. So I think you have made an excellent choice in choosing Amrita to study Ayurveda and advance your professional career. And I'd like to share some thoughts on why I think this is a right decision. So Amrita represents an ideal atmosphere for the pursuit of Ayurveda for some reasons. Today we have reached a stage in life. Humanity has reached a stage where it is extremely essential that we bridge science and spirituality together. Many notable thinkers of the world have voiced this opinion that without this coming together of science and spirituality, humanity has no future. So when you look at the field of Ayurveda, there are two things that are happening. On the one hand, I'm sure, of course, all of you who have joined today are going to learn about this in the coming years. One of the major challenges that we are facing as a profession is the demand for scientific evidence. This has become so strong that so much of opposition is happening today in the field of Ayurveda. Where is the evidence that your system works? So definitely there is a need to bring science to Ayurveda. But I want to bring your attention to something else also that is happening. That is the spiritualization of modern medicine. So I was in the United States some days back, and usually, when you go there, you are introduced to some of the leading universities, especially health universities. And the usual theme is that you are representing a traditional system of medicine, and they ask, where is the evidence? How can we build evidence? How can we integrate Ayurveda into the global healthcare scenario? But I was very surprised this time because I found that the buzzword there was a concept called whole health. So there was one university which was calling itself by the name Whole Health University. And this, I understood, is an influence of the spiritualization of modern medicine. So even though there is a demand from modern medicine that Ayurveda should become scientific, modern medicine is itself in the process of becoming spiritualized. I just want to read for you, because this is futuristic. I want you to understand what this concept of whole health is. It is just emerging. And there is no other system like that, Ayurveda, that can actually drive this concept. We should be leading this whole movement of whole health, but we are not even in the picture. This is happening within modern medicine, within its own framework. So whole person health involves looking at the whole person, not separate organs or body systems, and considering multiple factors that promote either health or disease. Instead of first treating a specific disease, whole person health focuses on restoring health, promoting resilience, and preventing diseases across a lifespan. I found that this concept of whole health is prominently, given importance on the website of the National Institutes of Health. And there are many, many government-led organizations in the US who have taken this up in a big way. The US Department of Veterans Affairs, for old age, they have a division on whole health approach. US Department of Defense Total Fitness Program, Whole Health Institute, there's a whole institute talking about whole health. And I'm sure when you listen to the definition of whole health, it must have struck a familiar chord. I mean, this is the heart of Ayurveda. So if the problem here is that we have been trying to model Ayurveda along the lines of modern medicine, and that is what we have been projecting to the external world. And that is why this message of whole health from Ayurveda has never reached globally. And that is why even when modern medicine is rediscovering, it's reinventing itself as a whole health approach, Ayurveda is not there in the picture. So, definitely today we don't need to feel inferior that Ayurveda is what needs to be made scientific. We have been over-influenced by modern medicine to the extent that our practice is also, as Dr. T.D. Srikumar was pointing out, he had to make an earnest appeal not to go beyond a limit to practice modern medicine. This is because we have not understood the true potential of Ayurveda. So there are studies in the United States which I came across, very interesting studies, looking at what happens when you have a particular philosophy of life. I don't know if you have heard, in Greek philosophy, there is this term eudaimonism and hedonism. Eudaimonism means having a higher spiritual outlook on life. And hedonism means living, just for your instant pleasure. And researchers, they divided people into two groups, those who have a eudaimonistic philosophy and those who have a hedonistic philosophy. And then they looked at gene expressions. What they found was in people who have a eudaimonistic approach to life, who live for a higher goal in life, their pro-inflammatory genes are down-regulated, which means their whole physiology or their whole biology is now programmed to give them a longer life. It's as if nature wants you to have a eudaimonistic philosophy in life. On the other hand, people who had a hedonistic approach to life, their pro-inflammatory genes were upregulated, which means they are prone to inflammation, diseases, There are other studies in which Ayurveda was also included, a lifestyle meditation program where they found that the telomere length was being preserved when people changed into a particular lifestyle. This is what in Ayurveda we are calling as Achara Rasayanam, which we say will give us a long life. So many of these things are being rediscovered, but we are not able to relate it to Ayurveda, or the Ayurvedic community is not able to take the leadership to show that this is all, based in Ayurveda. I was once having a conversation with Professor Bhushan Patwardhan. I don't know how many of you have heard of him. He's a very eminent scientist, but who has taken Ayurveda as a passion of his life. He was a former vice chairman of the UGC, but he likes to be known more as the National Research Professor for Ayush, the Ayush ministry. So during one conversation, he was telling me, all of a sudden he just said, one thing, modern medicine will not be complete without Ayurveda. If modern medicine should become complete, then we have to add Ayurveda. So I am not here to promote any book, but I am so fascinated by this book called Genome to Om that Bhushan Patwardhan has actually, written very recently. The reason I want to share this with you is that especially as new aspirants of Ayurveda, like Dr. T.D. Srikumar was mentioning, we all went through a lot of turmoil and conflicts when we started the study of Ayurveda. When we are getting exposed to modern topics, subjects, you may find that, Ayurveda it takes a little time for Ayurveda to, it's just like we are making curds from milk. We need to settle down a little bit before our mind becomes focused to study Ayurveda. Even I was one of the persons who thought of running away from the course. I had a fight with my father. But for the great atmosphere that was there in our Gurukulam, I may not have survived the Ayurveda course. So I know that as students of Ayurveda, we may go through a lot of conflicting thoughts. And this book actually is so beautiful. It gives you the foundation. It has all the ingredients that are required to inspire a new aspirant of Ayurveda to stick to the path. You can even use it as a textbook as you study all the subjects. Read one chapter, in a month. Over a period of few months, you will get a clear vision of how, you have to approach and study Ayurveda. So what Bhushan Patwardhan talks about is the evolving journey of modern science to meta-science. And in my opinion, Ayurveda is meta-science already, because Ayurveda blends both spirituality and science. So, Amrita University is unique because I don't think there is any other. There is the ranking, there is all these metrics, all that is fine. But there are some things which may not come in the measurement of these metrics. And one such thing that is there in Amrita is this unique vision of blending science and spirituality. I don't think there is any other university in the world that is really bringing this into action so silently through the very life of Amma. You can see Amma gives so much importance to science. So you might even have a doubt, is she, on the side of science? But if you look at it subtly, what is happening is a great transformation which brings science and spirituality together. A meta framework, the meta framework that Bhushan Patwardhan is talking about, is silently being created through all the activities, the academic engagements of Amrita University. So it is in that backdrop that Ayurveda is embedded. It may take some more years' time before all this evolves into something much more concrete. But I believe that this transformation is in the way. And I want to share that on the one hand, we have to use the strength of Ayurveda, its spirituality. Spirituality is, of course, for emancipation, spiritual liberation. But spirituality is also for health. That is what is being realized now. That without awakening our spiritual self, we cannot be healthy. That is what the whole health movement is talking about. So don't think of spirituality just as a tool for liberation. That is the eventual fruit of spirituality. But spirituality is also needed for healthy existence. And on the other hand, we need to bring research also into Ayurveda, and with a few words explaining why Amrita School of Ayurveda is also a good platform for all of your research pursuits, I will conclude my brief, talk. Today, NCISM is bringing a lot of emphasis on research. So, research subjects in the UG level has also been enhanced. Even in PG, there is a greater emphasis on research. So research is going to be a very important part of your educational process. So UG students do have the opportunity now of engaging in research programs, funded research programs. This has never been there before. So it's called the Spark program. For the PG, you have the PG Star program. And I want to tell you that you have excellent research opportunities here. Amrita School of Ayurveda has its own research center called the Amrita Center for Advanced Research in Ayurveda. It is a thematic research center of the university. And we have a very advanced lab. It still needs to be utilized, in a better way, because that's the potential. We have some very high-end equipments, instruments, where if you want to look at mechanism of action studies, how Ayurvedic medicines work, how they interact with your cell systems, this lab offers an excellent opportunity. I earnestly, appeal to all of you that you must learn more about the research facilities here and try to make use of it through the new dimensions that the NCISM curriculum has given to you for research. So I want to also point out that, we have, this may not have been realized, but in the short period of the existence of this research center, we have been able to secure funding from a wide range of, funding sources. The government, the private sector. Like, for example, there are not many universities or colleges within Ayurveda who has been able to get funding from wide sources. Like, we have not just from the Ministry of Ayush. We have funding from Ministry of Education, from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, the Department of Science and Technology, ICMR. There are many private sources that have funded our research, BioQuant, HemStreet, even the Adani Group. So this kind of diverse funding is coming here, and it is just beginning. It is gathering momentum. The frequency at which research funding is being obtained by Amrita School of Ayurveda is also on the rise. I also want to highlight that we have new PhD programs. It was with a lot of difficulty that our PhD program got initiated, but now we have for the first time a dual degree PhD program with Amrita University and the Western Sydney University in Australia. So we have one PhD scholar here who has been awarded a huge monetary support for doing this dual degree PhD program. It also gives you an understanding of what is the opportunity of Ayurveda scholars now. The way forward now is to bridge Ayurveda with relevant modern disciplines. Many of you may have noticed that recently the government has introduced Ayurveda biology as a topic in UGC NET. So there is a strong possibility now that even if you study Ayurveda, you can couple your skills with some relevant modern discipline and then become what is called as a Vaidya scientist. You can be an Ayurveda physician and also a scientist. So this is a new possibility that is emerging. So we have here dual degree PhD. We have a first of its kind international PhD scholar. A student from Poland is going to join in January at Amrita School of Ayurveda as the first PhD student. We also got a huge funding for one of our PhD programs, about 1 crore from the Adani group, and this project has just started in November 2024. So many of our if you want to do clinical research, I can tell very happily that the platform is becoming more robust now. There was a lot of difficulty in Kerala. It is very difficult to collaborate with modern doctors. So many of our clinical trials were, not moving forward. But now I am very happy to say that the Amrita hospitals in Faridabad, they have come forward with a very big proposal to develop integrative medicine collaborations. And very soon we will have at least a few major projects, so it gives you. So what I want to summarize is that when it comes to research, you have a very, very promising and, resourceful atmosphere here, but please make sure that you make use of it. Any one of you who is interested in research, please feel free to step into our research center and explore ways and means of how you can engage in some of the activities that are happening. So let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you once again. I wish you a very bright career and future here. So Upanayanam actually means to bring close to the teacher. So close to the teacher that you become the teacher yourself. That is the meaning of Shishyopanayanam. Because an educational institution, the goal is to make you a learner. When you become a learner for yourself, that is when you become. A guru is somebody who self-learner. So you are going through a very important phase in your life. Up to now it was assisted learning. You were being taught by teachers. But now you are coming into the stage of adult learning, where you have to learn a lot of things by yourself. Teachers are facilitators. And then when you go out of the institution, you become a self-learner. Learning never stops. So I wish you a very fruitful journey in the field of Ayurveda, and pray to Amma that all of you will be blessed with a very bright career and future. Om Amrita.
Thank you, Dr. Ramanohar, sir. We deeply appreciate the wisdom and expertise you have shared with us today. Now, let me take a moment to highlight some of the honorary positions and remarkable achievements of Dr. P. Ramanohar, who has made significant contributions in the field of Ayurveda. He presently holds several esteemed honorary positions, including Member, Advisory Board for Traditional, Complementary and Integrative Medicine, World Health Organization. He is the member, National Commission for Indian Systems of Medicine, Government of India from March 2023. Co-chair, Special Interest Group on Ayurveda, Society for Integrative Oncology, USA. He is the Research Advisor, Indian National Science Academy, Government of India, New Delhi since 2004. Of late, he is being selected as one among 11 thematic coordinators selected countrywide for developing IKS minor course on Ayurveda by Ministry of Education, Government of India. He is also member of Scientific Advisory Board, National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur, India. He is the principal investigator of many government-funded and other funded projects, which includes Amrita IKS Center for Ayurveda, Vyakarana and Darshana, Ayurveda Clinical E-Learning Web Portal, AyurCell, Ayurvedic Virtual Clinical Simulations, AyurSim, etc., and co-PI of projects including the recently sanctioned Ayurveda-based diet and behavioral lifestyle intervention for management of pre-diabetes, a community-based study funded by Ayush Ministry worth 1.4 crores. He also serves as a PhD guide and has published many research papers in high-impact journals. He is also the member, Editorial Board, European Journal for Integrative Medicine, and Subject Editor, Indian Journal of Traditional Knowledge, member, Editorial Board, Indian Journal for History of Science, and many more. This is just a very few overview of his achievements. He has numerous accomplishments and accolades to his credit. With due respect, let me welcome Brahmachari Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya Swami, Chairperson, Corporate and Industry Relations, to felicitate Dr. Ram Manohar Sir with a token of love. Welcome, Swami. Thank you, Swami. Thank you, sir. We will now proceed with the felicitation of achievers. I am pleased to hand over the mic to Dr. Anjana, Assistant Professor, Department of Rajana Sharira, Amrita School of Ayurveda, to take the lead for this segment.
Thank you, Dr. Devi. The faculty and students of Amrita School of Ayurveda earn accolades and achievements wherever they go. Now let's take a moment to congratulate them. Amrita School of Ayurveda secured a groundbreaking first ever Ayurveda-based public health initiative project under Ayush and public health component of the Ayur Swasthya Yojana scheme focused on pre-diabetes. The project titled A Community Study on Ayurveda-based Diet and Behavioral Lifestyle Interventions for Managing Pre-Diabetes, receiving a grant of 1.4 crores, aiming to address the growing challenge of pre-diabetes in the community through holistic and evidence-based Ayurvedic interventions. I now request Professor U. Krishna Kumar Sir and the Director and Dean, School of Arts and Science, Amrita Vishwavidyapitham, Cochin, to felicitate the team members of this prestigious project. First, I would like to welcome the Principal Investigator, Dr. Delvin T. Robin, Professor, Department of Swasthavrita, to receive the token of appreciation. Next, I welcome the co-investigators. Next, I welcome the co-investigators of this project, Dr. Meera S., Assistant Professor, Department of Swasthavrita. Dr. Arun Mohanan, Professor, Department of Ras Shastra and Bhaishya Kalpana. Dr. Sushma N.S., Associate Professor, Department of Shalakya Tantra and Research Officer at Amrita Center for Advanced Research in Ayurveda. Dr. Shyamasundaran K., Assistant Professor, Department of Kriya Sharira and Research Officer at Amrita Center for Advanced Research in Ayurveda. Ms. Archana Venkatesh, Dietitian, Amrita School of Ayurveda. We are happy to share that recently she has also received a scholarship under the guidance of Dr. Ram Manohar Sir with a grant of 1.5 crore for the Adani Indology research. We have received approval for one more project in collaboration with Amrita School of Biotechnology and Amrita Institute of Medical Science with a research grant from Indian Council of Medical Research under the investigator-initiated small grant scheme with a funding of 96.5 lakh in February 2024. This is the first ever Ayurveda clinical trial on infertility funded by ICMR. I welcome the Principal Investigator, Dr. Anjali M.V., Associate Professor, Department of Prasuti Tantra and Sri Roga. Co-Principal Investigator Dr. Hemavati SK, Professor, Department of Prasuti Tantra and Stri Roga. Moving to the next achievement, Mr. Nandakumar G, Research Assistant, Amrita Center for Advanced Research in Ayurveda, for being selected for dual degree PhD program of Western City University, Australia and Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. He has been awarded a scholarship of 26,55,840 rupees per annum and tuition waiver. Continuing with the achievements of faculty, Dr. Thanya KV, Professor and HOD, Department of Roga Nidana, for securing second prize in National Level Paper Presentation Competition, Chalanam 2024. Dr. Rajeshwari PN, Professor and Head, Department of Shalyatandra, for being the chair and expert member for scientific session in Ayush Conclave held at Dubai in January 2024. Dr. Shaitya Raj, Professor, Department of Shalyatandra, for securing second prize for National Level Paper Presentation Competition associated with 17th Shastra Madanam. Dr. K. Shanti, Assistant Professor, Department of Shalakya Tantra, for securing third position of authors with the highest number of publication on topics related to retinal vasculature and choroid at Amrita University. Dr. Parvati Unnikrishnan, Associate Professor, Department of Prasuti Tantra and Stri Roga, for securing Special Recognition Award for Excellence in Prevention Program awarded by Ecolink Institute. Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure to share that two of our PG alumni have secured prestigious postdoctoral fellowship of CCRAS. They are among the top 10 scholars from all over India to be selected for this program. I request Dr. T.D. Srikumar sir, Director of Ayurveda Medical Education, to felicitate our scholars. Calling upon Dr. Vidya R. Nair, PG 2020 batch of Dravya Guna Department. Next, Dr. Shara Mohan, PG 2020 batch of Ras Shastra and Bhaishya Kalpana. Continuing with our PG scholars, Dr. Bhavya Varat, MS Scholar, Department of Shalakya Tantra, securing Best Oral Paper in Ayur Dondakon 2024. Dr. Ramya Shruti Janardhan, MS Scholar, Department of Shalakya Tantra, for securing first place in state level essay competition conducted at Ramavarma District Ayurveda Hospital, Thrissur. Dr. Sri Lakshmi S., MS Scholar, Department of Shalakya Tantra, for securing third place in state level essay competition conducted at Ramavarma District Ayurveda Hospital, Thrissur. Dr. Krishna KL, MD Scholar, Department of Samhita and Siddhanta, for securing first prize in e-poster competition conducted by Muralidhar Ayurveda College, Gujarat and Government Ayurveda College, Trivandrum on 2024. Dr. Pravita R., MD Scholar, Department of Samhita and Siddhanta, for securing first prize in paper presentation on Tridosha Sambhasha conducted by Tirumulpadu Foundation. Dr. Snehi MS Scholar, Department of Shalya Tantra, for securing best paper presentation for 14th Shalyakon at Hyderabad 2024. Dr. Manisha Vadwa, MS Scholar, Department of Shalya Tantra, for securing third prize in Sausradi 24 conducted at Government Ayurveda College, Trivandrum. Dr. Gopika Krishna, TR, MD Scholar, Department of Rasashastra and Bhaishya Kalpana, for securing Best Presentation Award in 4th Annual International Conference. Dr. Ammu S. Hari, MD Scholar, Department of Rasashastra and Bhaishya Kalpana, for securing the prestigious PG Star awarded by CCRIS 2024. Dr. Guneshwari Jala, MD Scholar, Department of Panchakarma, for securing the prestigious PG Star awarded by CCRIS 2024. Dr. Sneha Dilip Sawant, MD Scholar, Department of Panchakarma, securing third prize in online national level essay competition conducted by JS Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Gujarat. Dr. Sandeep S., MD Scholar, Department of Kaya Chikitsa, for securing first prize in Kerala Ayurveda Vaidyam article competition. Dr. Megha Lakshmi, MS, MD Scholar, Department of Kaya Chikitsa, for securing first prize in e-poster competition at Sharada Ayurveda College, Karnataka. Continuing with our internees. Sir, few more. Amrita J. Nair, for securing second prize in UG presentation in Dr. Prakash Mangalasheri Memorial National Academic Fair at Government Ayurveda College, Kannur. Devika S., for securing second prize in UG presentation, Dr. Prakash Mangalasheri Memorial National Academic Fair. Navya James, for achieving second runner-up in All Kerala Inter Ayurveda Collegiate Rolling Trophy Yoga Competition at Ashtangam Ayurveda College, Palakkad. Next to our UG scholars, the Central Council of Research in Ayurvedic Science has taken a unique initiative to support the research efforts of bright young minds of the country by developing studentship program for Ayurveda research known as SPARK. 4 of our students have completed the SPARK in 23-24. First, I call upon Varsha Raghunath, 2021 batch, done under the guidance of Dr. K. Shanti. Shreyas Mahesh, 2021 batch, under the guidance of Dr. Shyamasundar K. Swandana P. Nair, 2019 batch, under the guidance of Dr. Sushma N.S. Vaishakhi P. Vinay, 2019 batch, under the guidance of Dr. Sushma N.S. Our students excel not only in academics but have also shown proficiency in sports activities. First, I call upon Adityan J. 2020 batch for outstanding achievements in swimming in first phase Inter Amrita Campus Tournament 2024. He has secured silver medal in 4 into 100 meter freestyle, 4 into 50 meter freestyle and mixed 4 into 50 meter relay. Next, Flemily Raj 2020 batch for securing 5th position in National Powerlifting Bench Press Championship held at Goa. Next, Daisy Patel 2023 batch for securing 2nd place in swimming and 3rd place in basketball in inter-campus tournament at Amrita University, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Next, Toko Soth 2023 batch for securing 2nd place in badminton in inter-college competition at Engineering College, Amritapuri campus. Thank you, sir. I would like to add that one more, Dr. Alicia MM, PG scholar, has secured first prize in e-poster competition at SN Ayurveda College. I would like to congratulate her in her absence. Let us take a moment to acknowledge the talented individuals who contributed to the renovation of this Amriteshwari Hall. I now request Dr. Priya S. Ma'am, Professor and Head, Department of Dravya Guna, to express our heartfelt gratitude for the hard work and dedication that went into this remarkable transformation. I welcome Mr. Dhanesh Raj, Supervisor. Mr. Gokul, Project Coordinator. Mr. Balamurugan, Senior Supervisor. Aishwarya VS, Architect. Nandu Rajiv, Architect. Anantu, Roadsman. Mr. Subhash, Civil Department. Mr. Vijay, Painting Department. Mr. Abhilash, Civil Department. Sharath, Electrical Department. Sharath, Carpentry Department. Mr. Manu, Mr. Amjit, ICTS. Mr. Nidhish, ICTS. Mr. Suthi, ICTS. Krishna Priyan, Estate Office. Harish, AOC. Arun, Fire and Safety Department. Manu, Project Coordinator, and Mr. Anantu. Mr. Anantu. Mr. Balamurugan. Thank you, Madam. I would like to hand over the mic to Dr. Devi.
Expressing gratitude is always a very important part of Indian tradition. As we near the conclusion of this auspicious occasion, we have Dr. Priya S., Professor and Head, Department of Dravyaguna Vijnana, Amrita School of Ayurveda, to deliver the vote of thanks. Priya ma'am, please.
Om Amriteshwari Nama. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma, and pranams to all the dignitaries on and off the dais. As we have come to the concluding session of Shishyopanayanam 2024, auspicious induction ceremony of new batch UG and PG scholars, it is my duty to express our sincere thanks to the eminent personalities for participating in this function, and of course all the parents and scholars. Before moving on to my duty, I would like to wholeheartedly appreciate and congratulate the new aspirants of Ayurveda for choosing Amrita University, the most prestigious and top-ranked university for your future educational excellence. On to my duty, I am deeply humbled and extremely grateful to Pujya Swami Shankaramritananda Puri, Dean, Amrita School of Ayurveda, for gracing this function with his presence and blessings, and also for constantly guiding and supporting us for the smooth conduction of this program. Thank you very much. With deep sense of gratitude, I wholeheartedly thank our guest of honor, Dr. T.D. Srikumar Sir, Director, Ayurveda Medical Education, for his empowering speech and for sparing his valuable time with us. Thank you, sir. And my sincere thanks to Swami Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya Swami for attending this function and for giving insights about the vision and mission of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, the esteemed university. Thank you so much, sir. And I sincerely thank Professor Krishnamurthy sir for his thought-provoking and enlightening speech. Thank you so much, sir. I am very much grateful to Swami Achyutamrita Chaitanya, who has been of invaluable support to all our programs, and also for his inspirational talk and gracious presence. Thank you so much. My heartfelt thanks to Dr. P. Ramanohar sir for sharing valuable insights regarding the research facilities and activities in Amrita. And thank you, sir. Now, with great pleasure, I extend my sincere thanks to our beloved principal, Dr. Ramesh NV, who cordially welcomed this August gathering and also for guiding, supporting, and leading us throughout for the smooth conduction of this program. Thank you, sir. A special appreciation and congratulations to our dear students for their active participation in various activities related to this program, especially the welcome dance and the prayer song and all. And I also take this opportunity to thank the ICTS team who has taken care of audiovisual system, media people for the nice coverage of the entire program, faculty members, and especially the organizing committee members, non-teaching staff, and a very big thanks to each and every one of you for your hard work and commitment for making this event happen. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. Om Amriteshwari.
Thank you, Priya ma'am. Thank you to one and all. By this, we have come to the end of program. Once again, thank you all for your presence today. May this day mark the beginning of a journey filled with knowledge, compassion, and dedication to the principles of Ayurveda. I request all of you to stand up for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
There is a small announcement. Lunch for parents and newly joined students will be served in second floor classrooms where breakfast was arranged.